Hi there, this is Adam Jones from the Wolf Boat Company. Hope you guys are well. Today is a bit of a different video for me. As you can see, we're in a slightly different setting. This is Hellersvissluis in Holland. This is the herring fleet, and it is a mecca for fishing for pike, for perch, which is what we're after, also for zander and asp. It's an amazing piece of water over here in Holland. Huge. It's 16 miles long, 3 miles wide. It feels like an inland sea, and I've brought my 545 fishing from UMS over here to do some filming with the guys from Shimano Fishing in Europe, and I just thought I'd give you a quick walk around of this fantastic boat. UMS is distributed by the Wolf Boat Company in the UK. These are fully welded aluminium constructed boats. They are absolutely solid as a rock, and they make some fantastic fishing boats as well as family leisure boats. And the thing that I like about this 545 fishing is there is a little bit of family leisure boat inside this very hardcore fishing boat, which I'll talk to you about in a sec. So as you can see, one of the things of these fishing boats is you've got a big casting deck at the front and a big casting deck at the back. So this entire area is flat, so you can walk around casting in all directions and give the person who you've taken out fishing a really nice experience on the back of the boat. This particular model is powered by a 90 horsepower Suzuki. The boat is rated up to 115 horsepower, and I've got two 10-foot shallow water anchors. Those are power pole shallow water anchors. They're hydraulically controlled from underneath the deck. I can press a button and in up to 9.5 feet of water, pin that boat in position in any direction on the wind to allow me to access a spot that I've managed to find some fish. Now, as I step down into the central section of the boat, the first thing you'll probably notice is the boat is decked out in sea deck. I've got sea deck HD on the top of the casting deck here and on the front. Now this is just a little bit more hard wearing than standard sea deck, slightly harder when you're walking on it, but really good for, you know, jumping around when you're casting in big boots and not kind of ripping up the sea deck. And down in this central section, I've got normal sea deck, which is lovely and soft when you're driving along. Maybe kick those boots off in the summer and put your feet on the deck. It's a really, really nice option for one of these boats. That, incidentally, is one of the things I like about aluminium boats, is the fact that you can obviously pop the deck on, you can wrap them in any color that you want. It just makes the boat a little bit more personal to you. So down in this central section, this is a 545 fishing, as I said, but it's based on the DC console, so the dual console configuration from UMS. So you've got a helm position console here and a passenger console, and this lovely solid aluminium door in the middle that encloses this entire section of the boat. On the helm position, I've got a Fusion sound system, Suzuki MFD. I've got my Garmin GPS map. That's a 16-inch Garmin there, which is perfect for side scanning, for down scanning, and obviously looking at the live scope when we're out on the water. I'll tell you about that in a second. Obviously, we've got the Suzuki controls, and I've got my coast key fitted there. On the left-hand side of the boat here in the passenger console, you've got some storage underneath here. I've got some chargers built in, a couple of cup holders, Garmin VHF, and something I love about the UMS boats is this really, really solid aluminium construction. So if somebody needs to hold on, this is going absolutely nowhere. So you've got a lovely handle on the side of the console on both sides, some really nice detailing on the aluminium as well, welded hold handrails here, and obviously in front of the passenger as well. So underneath the step, as you move forward to the front casting deck, is a lovely storage locker. This one has got a few bits and bobs in. Apologies for the fact that there is fishing equipment on this boat. We are using it extensively over the next couple of days, so she's not as clean as she was a few days ago, but she has seen a lot of fish to the boat. So I've got my battery inside there. That's a Victron 200 amp hour to control all of the screens. That'll give me more than enough power for 2.5 days of fishing, built-in charger and some storage. And then as I move to the back of this central section of the boat, this is one of my favorite bits. Now, like I said, this is a hardcore fishing boat. There's absolutely no doubt about it. It's a brilliant hull design. You can get through most of the weather that you might need to on a water like this. But in the summer, when things are quiet and I don't want to go fishing and I want to go out with Georgia and Morwenna, I can turn this back section. Obviously, I'd need to give it a bit of a clean. I can turn this back section into a lovely full beam bench seat, which is great for going on the River Thames, for example, which is what I did in the summer. I can put the bow cushions in on that front deck and turn this into a lovely place to relax when you're out with the family. Also makes it a little bit easier to justify with Georgia, and my little one Morwenna absolutely loves it. So underneath these seats, you've got some more storage. I've got my cranking battery there, and I've got two 100 amp hour 12 volt lithiums that are joined together to turn it into a 24 volt 100 amp hour for the trolling motor, which I'll show you in a minute. I've got another Victron charger there. We've got DC to DC charger as well to put some power around the boat. This is kitted out really nicely by Kyle and the team at the Wolf Rock Boat Company, and just shows that they can do complicated electronics installs, and this is definitely one of those. So we've got some tools and bits and bobs, loads of space for storage there. As I fold this back down, we will move forward into the front casting deck. So this is a partially self-draining system on this boat. So the front deck is self-draining. So if you take a wave over the top when you're out on the water, here's loads of short chop, and you've got that door closed, everything from here will drain straight out the back of the boat. Anything that comes into the midsection will drain on the bilge. So gives you a little bit of peace of mind when you're out and you take a little bit of water onto the bow. So as I said, you step up onto this section, and this is a lovely big bow deck. It's a really beamy start to this deck, so you feel like you've got loads of space. We've got a live well just here, and then two big storage lockers with a pedestal seat. So as you can see, I've got my chargers, some boots just in case I need them on the water, and these are waterproof lockers as well with drainage areas on the side, so everything just drains out the back of the boat. Like I said, you can pop a pedestal seat in there, and as you come to the bow, I've got my Garmin Kraken trolling motor. So the trolling motor is designed for moving along a little bit quieter when you're moving along the bank looking for fish, but also it works as a GPS anchor. So you can press a button as soon as you found those fish, it will hold on a satellite and keep the boat in position whilst you're fishing. Another Garmin at the front, which can give me the readings from my live scope and tell me exactly where I am on my maps. This is a very, very technical fishing boat, and I can tell you that it is absolutely phenomenal on the water. So if you're interested in something like a 545 fishing, there is stock at the Wolf Rock Boat Company and around the partners in the UK, but there are also leisure boats available from UMS, so get in contact with the team at the Wolf Rock and they'll be delighted to show you around a UMS. We'll speak to you soon.